I was just looking at your movies and the kind of tropes that are in your films, the things that you love. So the one thing that you do seem to love is the triangle. You know, the Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam, Devdas, now Bajirao Mastani, this kind of Radha, Meera, Lord Krishna. What is the enduring fascination of this?
Love stories, when they get entangled and you still want to keep loving whether you get the person or you don't get the person, and your love still remains pure, fascinates me. That part of the triangle which doesn't get completed, I mean, there are two people who come together and one person is, does that person still keep loving the person he was? I feel these are all tests of, in real life also, which give us strength of character. Are we bitter? Are we upset with life and said, no more love, I don't want to be in love, I have had enough of it? To find, my cinema is not about social reform. My cinema is not about telling the world that this is an issue and we're going to change it and we're going to do it through a comedy or through an intense film or through whatever. My film is about personal crisis. It's about personal suffering. So therefore it doesn't mean a lot to a lot of people because it says, yeah, but it talks about one person and it doesn't really mean. But for me, it's Gurudat cinema was about mainly a personal suffering rather than a social reform. We Shantaram did social reform and spoke about issues. I can't make films on social issues. And love stories are very difficult to tell, so...
But the three is what's fascinating.
Yeah. But if two people just get together and skip into the horizon and complete the film and it's the end, I get bored of it. This is... Forget it, it doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't linger in my mind. And it's just that I'm lingering on to my sad stories or I only tell sad stories or...
But there's no complexity.
It's more about love. It's about shringar, and pain is a part of that shringar that we talk about. That there should be pain when there is love, and otherwise it's just all sunshine, and you get bored with sunshine. You want the night. You want a soul. You want to see a star somewhere shining alone in the sky. It's very important.
So the other recurring tropes, the top shot.
Yeah.
In all the movies, you love this visual. Tell me about it.
I just like that place to go and see my dance being performed. It's just one suddenly displays the audience from this perspective to another perspective. If gods were seeing it, what would they see? This is for me.
If gods were seeing it, what would they see? That's lovely. That's lovely, and that's what they would see.
Okay, that's what they would see. It's their point of view.
Tell me about the dupattas, the material, the love for this flowing material.
But it's never done with a certain design or an obsession with it or anything. I don't think any of this is there in Bajirao Mastani. When Paro ran, that white sari just happened. The Bengali would throw the dupatta on the other shoulder, it fell and it started flying. So we said, let it fly and you run. It was only in 42 that orange dupatta. In initial days, you don't know what to do. So you take one element and you start fluttering it, and then it adds a visual quality to the frame or adds something to the heroine.
But such textiles, I mean, even in Hum Dil De...
Fabrics, fascinating.
Yeah, fabrics. They're singing through that chunni in that...
Fabrics fascinate me.
What is that?
I don't know why. I'm very obsessed with all and the kind of textures in Bajirao that I've used. I mean, it's my most satisfying use of fabric, of jute, of all kinds of cottons, of all kinds of transparency, of all kinds of embroidery done and painted curtains and embroidered curtains and all sorts of, I mean, yeah, I'm obsessed with it. But now what to do? You need some obsession in life. You're obsessed with.
So is there like a designer in you as well?
I feel if I was not a filmmaker, I would be an architect. I am fascinated by spaces and therefore what to do with a space. So I still remember every corner of my old house or my new house or your house or anybody's house. I go in my mind, I rearrange it, I redo it, I repaint it, I restructure it. I'm sitting in your house, but sometimes I get lost in a conversation with people when I go to the house. Because most of the time my mind is on that frame can be here, this frame could be there, this, I would change this. My mind is only doing this all the time. So people feel I'm not connecting to them, either I'm arrogant or I'm not concentrating or I'm not
just
interested.
Checking out the furniture.
But they don't know that I'm only lost in this rearranging the place and therefore redesigning the whole set.
Is that also about the lights? You do so much with light.
Yeah. Are you praising me? Are you...
I'm totally...
Are you attacking me?
No, look, but you do do such beautiful things with the light.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with this. Again, it's all about doing up a space. It's an obsession with it. Empty spaces sometimes bother me. Sometimes I use them to great advantage that I want to. Like Guzarish had lots of empty spaces. There's one character walking, nothing over there, one bed over there, nothing. Sometimes I clutter it. Sometimes it all depends on my mood and state of mind and the state of the characters in the film and the kind of film I'm making. These are mostly very celebrated films. Bajirao, Devdas, so lights and costumes and art and it's not indulgent. It's an art form by itself. Everybody can't do it. It takes hours and hours and hours and hours of hard work. And then you keep going to the set every day and my art director said, please go because I changed the pillar. Then the set is painted 4 times and 5 times and 6 times. It's a lot of love for what you do and love it to the extent that only that exists for me. The images of my films don't evaporate.
They don't.
They stay. You will remember something, you will recollect images because they come to you. You may not connect to the content of what I'm saying. You may not agree to the story or the screenplay, but something stays with you and say, yeah, something just grabbed me. It stayed in my mind. So I am not going to go away from the minds of people who see my films.
Hi. Subscribe to Film Companion, hit that button below and get your film fix.